Welcome in everybody, how you all doing? Welcome to the Sportia stream, and welcome to a little bit of TPES preseason, the Rupee Division. With preseason week 1, it's a 2-week preseason. A very strange thing, most leagues don't run preseason, but TPES has for season 3, so we're getting into our match. Just a moment here between Simplify and HBE Zeus, so go, but again, that Rupee Division. That's our second division. Check the TPES rules. Around. I'm not exactly well versed as a league here. ES rules. Ruby is C3 GC1. That's gonna be helpful. Champ 3 division. Anyways, whatever it is, I think it's their second highest actually. But quite a match on our hand here, as it's again Simplify HBE Zeus, or Hydro Boosted Esports Zeus here tonight. Who's already in the lobby. We took a lot of time. I took a lot of time to get things set up here. Getting things started in just a moment. Is here. Way out there. Oh, everybody actually is in. Great. Just can't see some of them. Well, got him in the lobby anyways. Simplify taking on HBE Zeus in this best of 5 matchup. It's gonna look like a show match. There's nothing on the line here, but these players all want a little something to go through here. Asa with Prozex and Gojo taking on Jessex, HX2, and Nox. And we'll get our match underway here. HBE Zeus on the orange. Simplify on the blue here. Actually, I gotta find out pretty soon who Gojo and Prozex are, because listen, a lot of players, those aren't the names that I recognize on the list of stats, of players in these stat sheets, so well, update on all that soon enough. But for now, HBE play some defense early on. And reminder, it is just a best of 5. It's a pretty quick matchup, but preseason matches are mostly just for teams to learn and know more about each other. One gonna be pinched all the way back. Nox can race down, and we actually haven't seen Nox in a really long time on the stream, or Jessex, or even HX2. HX2, all these players are recognizable. They were, I don't want to say for sure. Nox, though, definitely a name that's been on the stream before, as he's gonna have to go back and save. But I just need to remember what team he's on, because before on the stream, as it will be. Team do we last see Nox playing as part of? It was Immortal X. That's where we last saw him on. He was the captain for that roster, even as well. So Nox is the player that we recognize, as well as just trying to get that ball out. It's a lot of pressure very early on here from these teams. A lot of lack of a midfield control for either side, and you want to control that in midfield if you're ever going to. You want to do well in your matches. Obviously, though, it is preseason, so I think these teams are more so just trying to get used to each other, trying to acclimate to, you know, what is a more professional, more high-pressure situation. Again, very rare that leagues ever let you have preseason matchups, so really want to utilize these 2 weeks that you have, these 2 matches, is to adapt to your surroundings. Eventually, a ways to understand if the roster you have is good enough or not. We'll go midfield. Nasa unable to shoot that, though. Will be HX2. Back. Still chance for HX2. Gets over 1. It's under the bar. And that's in the net for Simplify. 1 goal up. Almost at the halfway point of this game. We're nearing closer and closer to it. Both these teams, a lot of simple questions. Somebody was going to take that shot. HX2 will be glad it was him. Simplify. Not the lead here. Gojo. Nox already up for it, but the HBE Zeus, who will not be keeping that possession for long. Simplify, trying to attack that back wall. It's going to be NASA's control, and 2.5 minutes still to go. Jessex unable to get a reach on that. Nox is going to go up the side wall. And NASA will get the clear as Prozex redirect. Oh, that's hit the bar. Could have been goal 1 for them. It still will be. That's off the bar from another shot there from Gojo. Boy, Simplify did not even jump for that. Really should have been goal 1 there for Zeus, and now it's off the back wall. From Gojo to not let in another chance. Unfortunately, that ball's still in his back half. Of course, still a lot of time left to go in this game. Only 1 goal here for Team Simplify as Nox leaving it for Jess 6. He missed it completely though. And HBE Zeus can go in the turnaround here. Prozex at midfield, but right now HBE just not willing to play aggressive. They're leaving a lot of people in that midfield. It's almost as if they don't want to take those chances, don't want to risk overcommitting. And that's a concern for me, because if you aren't able to send 2 players up to offense, it's going to be very tough to get things to work. But when your opponents leave your net open, I guess you're going to take this as Prozex. Well, I have no issue shooting that. Simplify, simply put, did not respect him in that position. An answer, 1 goal back for Hydro Boosted Esports. Prozex looking again. He kept away by Jess6 as Gojo off the back wall. The Simplify who will chase this one down. The look midfield, but it's NASA. Ball control, the flick over 1, the demo on the second. That's pass 2. HBE walking to the net. Jess6 is there. And he'll make sure it stays out as another chance. HX2 doesn't have this one. That's going to be goal 2 for HBE. Oh, and it's a bad time as well. HX2 called off Nox that one and completely missed it. Goal that Hydro Boosted Esports will gladly take. Again, while there's nothing on the line here, I'm concerned with those mistakes early on for Simplify. Oh, look for an answer. They're gonna get just that. That's a perfect first touch from Jess6. It's all he needed as well, just to put that in. As Nox puts on that last touch to get by that last defender. Beautiful work. And Jess6, who didn't have the easiest shots. Although you would be surprised if he missed it from that distance. My game here as HBE nearly broke through once again. Jess6, HX2. That's unable to control. Jess6 keeps going. Pass 2 goes Jess6. Sent back by Gojo. And Simplify will continue to try to play that offensive pressure. NASA. Jess6. Oh, he doesn't have a touch there. Nox continuing to go as NASA. Get back by HX2. Gojo up the field, looking for 1 more. Oh, it's gone in. Jess6 couldn't reach it. And at 0 seconds, HBE Zeus will win game 1. Jess6 must have thought NASA had that touch, because there was no reason he shouldn't have jumped earlier. But HBE Zeus will take it. Some might call it a fake. I might call it good fortune, but it doesn't matter. It's game 1 for HBE. And for game 1, a 0-second winner. Definitely something to be happy about. Of course, there's still a lot more. This is a best of 5 after all. Let's go right back into this one. We're gonna get into this match once again here. So, game 2 of this best of 5 series, and so far, Zeus can be pretty happy with a game 1 win at 0 seconds. So I'm sure they'd love to have a little bit more and love to make this a little bit more comfortable for themselves. Winning by 1 goal is never an easy thing to do. in a preseason matchup like this, you don't just want to win, you want to dominate your matches. You really want to prove early on you've got the roster that will succeed. And the fortunate thing is that there's literally nothing on the line for this match. It's playing to understand who you have. Of course, getting goals, getting chances like that are going to be huge for them, but that's actually a triple commit. It's a wide open net, and Nox will score on it. Oh, for Hydra Boosted, they did this all to themselves here. NASA and Krozex both jumped at the same ball. And it's an open net to look in as... Oh, we're getting an update. It's Nolan and Krozex, so... Nolan, I guess, is Gojo. That makes things easier to understand. Well, why am my Discord notifications popping up on Rocket League? Boy, I don't want that. I'm going to have to find a way to prevent that from happening. As it will be Nass off the back wall. Left in front, Kozak can't get there as Nox will be there next. Back is Nolan, who bumped out of the way here, but still finding a recovery. Gets by 2. 1 back to beat in HX2. NASA. Nolan. Cleared back by Nox. HX2. Perfect shot. Right on the nets. And Simplify weren't going to miss from there. He once again caught on an overcommit. This time, though, it's really good positioning from HX2. And a good call there just to get to that ball. HBE Zeus, who again had things stay relatively close last game. It does not feel like the same game here. Lack of aggression that we've seen from them really being a huge huge pain to their offense. Again, Sillywood, even though they haven't scored on 2 overcommits, it's a team that just isn't pushing up very many people. Feels like that offense has a lot to work on here, as who's going to need to get that clear. Jess 6 has not made contact and will be cleared away by NASA. Nox off the corner. Krozex. Jess 6. Clear it down the field. Gojo. Left it here as up goes Nox for a little bit of offense. Whiffed on by Gojo. Again, already up by 2. Why not add one more? Gotta find a way to sneak it in front of that net. Again for HBE, you can tell they want offense. They want to send people upfield. They just don't have the means to do so. Almost as if they are stuck, waiting back for those challenges. HX2 gets by Krozex. It's an open net for Jess 6. Great block for Gojo as he jumped in for this one. Who has to wait back, as that's going to be pinched away. HBE, maybe a chance to score, maybe a chance to get something worthwhile on offense. They have not shown much of it so far this game. As NASA again, quick pop-up will allow his team to have some offense to work with, but whiff from Gojo or Nolan, and it's going to be immediately back the other way. Well, HBE do have ball possession. Really haven't been able to break through all that easily, as Krozex again, left in front for Gojo! Cleared away by Jess 6, and Simplify are going to be back on offense. It's a great pass up, but cut out by HBE. Well played. As that 2-goal lead out of Simplify still stands. Krozex, he's got him! Beat by the last defender! And Simplify, through all the chaos, were not ready. As a double commit left, nobody behind them. And for HBE, maybe some hope. They're in game 2. They're already up 1 game in this series, and 2 games would be monumental for them, although right now they do not have offense in their control, as Nolan does get that bump. Krozex is going to send this one downfield. Just 6 on the stab, and it will be Knox to once again get the clear. But Simplify keeping it, although that's a very heavy first touch. NASA, J6 to the back corner. NASA still goes. Krozak trying to hit the net. Will only go to the other side of the wall as Simplify will be first to it. J6 again. Krozak will find Nolan, but he's been dunked out of the way. Knox will keep him back. And for HBE Zeus, we need yet another late goal as Gojo clears it. And they're not even getting out here. NASA took 5 seconds to get that ball out. And unfortunately for him, he is not going to keep that possession. Game 2 goes to Simplify. Now this series, a little bit more even. And, well, that ends game number 2. But like a more even battle between both of them in many ways, but in all honesty, Simplify did a lot more with their offense than we saw Zeus do. And for HBE, the name for them is being able to commit more to offense, being able to trust themselves more on offense. You can get that in game 2. And it definitely hurt them in the long run. For them right now, it's all about getting offense. Although once again, they're getting caught in these overcommits. And for HBE, it's the right idea, but it's not executed fast enough. Simplify once again catching them. And again, no wonder why HBE Zeus has been playing so defensively. They don't want to make those mistakes. Position like this, it can be so tough to avoid. HBE just trying to find offense, but by one already. We saw how long it took them last game to get that goal. They got to get some blocks here, as NASA will do just that early on, but left for HX2. That's going to get by, but not through Nolan. And as Simplify will look for offense. Maybe HBE take something away, but it's HX2 challenged by Nolan. Knox will win on that challenge. Left midfield as NASA will corral this out to the side, but HBE still unable to get space here. Simplify has not given up that grip on offense as they just continue to win these challenges over and over. And Hydra boosted, as a result, cannot get offense, is pinballed in front. Will be HX2 to pop it to the net, but going there for him. Simplify clears again. J6 off the corner. Gojo will be waiting for it. As team Simplify this one. HX2 keeps it up in the air. NASA, J6 off the side wall. Krozak, that one's gonna go wide of net, and HX2 without any boost cannot challenge this. J6 will, just to keep HBE away. Now Simplify, push back to defense. They make all the blocks they need to, at least for now. While HBE still have this one. Not as threatening as they were earlier in that offensive attack. As J6 actually gonna take a goal here. HBE never challenged. And they left that one free for the taking. You better believe J6 is gonna score on it. Says, I have no clue what NASA was doing there. But he just didn't think he had that or not. It's a second goal for Simplify in a second game in a row where they go up by 2 early. And right now, definitely gonna have some sort of nerves. As Knox gets that flick, will still have options here as NASA. Knox doesn't really get much on the end of that play, as it will be cleared back by Crozen. J6. Nolan on the air dribble play, but it's just going to be left waiting as Simplify trying to get there, but it's HBE who keep that possession. Look for one back. It's a whiff in front. And it's Nolan on the back post. Hydra boosted esports. Doing a lot better than they did last game with 2 minutes still to go. Keeping spirits high, I'm certain. As they're gonna get another one! Nolan on a second! And this game is tied up. Nolan wins that base of the ball. Didn't play a heavy cheat. Was able to react a little bit better to it because of how heavily it popped up. Hydra Boosted Esports have turned this game around for themselves. In a span of maybe 5 seconds as well. What an impressive turnaround. And now Nolan again, number 3! It could not get saved by Nox. And HBE better be thanking him. Because that is 3 in a row from Nolan. AKA Gojo. And Hydra boosted. Just needed some sort of kick to get things going. Now Crozex, it's 4. And oh boy, this game has completely fallen apart for Simplify. 4 goals in that short amount of time. And how things have changed. Now HX2 off the kickoff. And don't count Simplify out just yet. It's only 1 goal in here for both these teams. And we know anything can happen at this point. Now, Simplify. Need an answer, and they're gonna need it late in this game. Nox to the back post. Nox unable to put it on target, but he does keep himself with the play. Now trying to get through Gojo. HX2 doesn't react to that very well. J6 doesn't beat Crozex in the challenge. Nox gotta prevent Nolan from shooting. As J6 clears, HX2 gonna make things awkward, but they are ready for it. They may not be ready for this though. Nox midfield! Oh, that bounced right in front, but harmlessly stays away. And Simplify, we're that close to tying this game up. Has a bump on Crozex. Gives J6 time, but unable to get that ball out. It is HBE possession. HX2. Up goes Nolan. Crozex. Nolan's gonna leave this here as Simplify once again on the clear. NASA doesn't have this. HX2 will. Nolan doing really well to just avoid that play and waste time for Simplify, but Simplify still has that ball, still has opportunities, and still has enough time to get back into this one. Up goes HX2. Missed the chance. J6. Gojo. The save is Simplify again. Walking through. Free shot. Free goal for J6. And a mistake, it's a whiff from NASA. And you give J6 an opening like that, he is not missing from there. 4 goals to each side. And it's a tie game now, but it may not be for long. NASA missed. That would have been the game winner. He missed his opportunity. And we go to overtime. Match point depends all on this extra time, but it won't last for long. Crozex! Oh, what a block for J6. HBE nearly off the kickoff, able to take game 3 just like that. It will go the other way. It will be Simplify possession. But Nolan able to get the save. NASA will look for an outplay. Gets by one. Nox able to get an easy play. Krozek's now. HX2 whiffed on it. Will be saved on the line by J6. And this game has a lot more to go through, but HBE Zeus, two very good chances already in OT. Like they are so close to ending this one. Doesn't matter if you're close or entirely far away, unless you can get that goal. This overtime is going to continue. Krozek's looking for the winner. Hits the post. HX2 does well get enough on it to just clear it away. Pinch. Krozek's. Nolan, demo on the sidewall. Nolan's gonna get a second touch and will force Simplify back as Krozek's no boost. Very good job on that single jump challenge and open things up. And I like that he single jumped on that too. Allowing himself to recover, stay on that ball. Even though it's unlikely he's gonna get another touch, at the very least, he can recover a lot faster and give time for his teammates to then go up for their own challenges. Well, it's a sacrifice of power on those 50-50s, just a single jump. It's better for those recoveries that often mark who will be able to get that next touch. HBE right now pressing that back line, but unable to get things to go as a bounce off the corner. J6 will save it out as HX2. Nessa demoed by HX2. Krozek's beat by Nox. The only one back is Nolan, but a big clear. And we're over 2 minutes into this overtime. Still no winner for either sides, but again, HBE have been the closer to a team with two very good opportunities here so far. And the majority of the offensive pressure. Nolan cleared back by Nox as he gets forklifted. J6 is at his own teammates. HBE Zeus still trying to find possession. As Nox clears it away, Krozek's leaves it up for NASA. Krozek's X2, and it will be Simplify on the possession as a bounce off the corner. Krozek's sends that one away. It's a very awkward read for J6. Gets enough on it. Nolan off the back wall. J6 can't read it. Pre-jump saved by HX2. And that's going to keep Simplify in this one. Yet another great chance for HBE. That just doesn't go in. They're getting closer. Feels like they're right there to win this game as a bounce off the back wall. J6 unable to put it on. Could have been an open net too, and he just put it on that net. And it's going to be a midfield struggle for possession. A struggle that Simplify will win with that boost advantage. Krozek's clears. J6 midfield. HX2 unable to score. Nox off the post. J6 can't turn it in. And Simplify there probably should have scored. It's going to be cleared back. As Simplify maintain possession. J6 dunked by Krozek's. Gojo. Left for NASA. Saved away as Simplify want that clear, but he will get it. In fact, as a horrendous touch from Nolan. Didn't put any power behind it. And Hydra boosted and Simplify both now have had opportunities to win this game, with match point resting on who can score next. Someone that's gonna have that team depend on them. Still no winner in sight, although Simplify could have scored there. Nox will ended up field, but it's an easy possession for Krozek's. HBE Zeus will once again clear this long ways as Nox left up for NASA. Straight on, stopped by J6, a bump in behind. Hydra boosted, don't want to challenge too aggressively. Krozek's now, that goes across neck. But it will be flicked up as we now surpass 5 minutes of overtime. A whole extra game played at this point in just overtime alone. But still no winner to be had. As Nox tries something new, it is going to be easily kept away by NASA. As Krozek's Keeps this one away. Now he got net in sight, HX2. We're very fortunate he didn't have a final touch there. Unfortunately, no one back. And HBE Zeus send it in the open net. As the challenge had to come from Jessix, but he must have thought Nox had that one. Nox was ahead of him. It's communication, a breakdown in rotation. And Hydro Boost and Esports now take match point. The game where they went down by 2 goals early here. He storms back, and we're able to play the overtime in their favor. Of course, still, a lot more of this game and series that we have to go. As Hydro Boosted Esports need one more win, only need one more game. In overtime, though, over 5 minutes. That is seriously impressive. But of course, still, this series still has a lot more to go through at Game 3 now. Or Game 4, rather. And again, with that, coming off of a 5-minute overtime, HBE Zeus gotta have that momentum in their favor. And, well, they gotta have one thing go their way, which is scoring early. So far, they've not had that happen all that often this series. And with already with how things have gone, even when they don't score early, they can be the ones to score first. That might just shut down everything that Simplify has to go for, because the way that Simplify won in Game 2 was by scoring early and forcing HBE Zeus to play a little bit more aggressively in return. For HBE, they want the same thing here as great job from Nox to get that save. Krozek's trying to drop it down, but does get stopped midway. Going again, finds NASA. That shot's going to be too weak, though. And HBE Zeus will work together, however, that shot going a little bit wide. And Simplify already meeting a lot of offense early in this game. Hydro boosted. Oh my, what a dunk! How did HX2 get there? He must have superhuman abilities. There's no way you just project that. Oh my goodness. I think he was just looking for a 50-50 challenge. I don't think he was expecting the dunk to go out in his favor. Well played. That's not gonna wake up Simplify. Although not for long here. Bump on the back wall. Krozek's answers off the kickoff. And Hydra boosted. They've got something to say, that's for sure. As Chronix gets removed. I believe he's been subbed in as well. Unless I am not remembering things correctly. HBE Zeus. Things up already. Nox. We'll work on that clear. It'll be Nathan trying to find the midfield. Instead, he's going to try to find a piece of Chronix. NASA lost the challenge. Still goes all the way back to Krozek's. NASA getting some huge bumps on HX2. Now he's going to just look for control. He's got Gojo in support. Leaves it for him as well. But Nox is there for the 50 to keep that ball away. Krozek's. Nox clears. Nathan will leave this back for NASA. HBE Zeus. Keep this one up in the air. Nox. Chronix. Krozek can't get there, but it will be Nolan instead. As NASA, surely a good chance to shoot. He'll put more power than that, though. In fact, it's a great play for Chronix the other way. Air dribble stopped by Krozek as I had to boost to send everybody up for that challenge. I gotta play for this one. Infill pass. Gojo clears this one wide as Chronix swifts. Nolan still going is Nolan. But it's HX2 to clear. Gets back just in time. Chronix. One more touch. They'll have no one in support. The demo came at a perfect time from HBE. Seeing these teams get a lot more aggressive. as Acronix finds goal. All that is bumping, all that space that they're making. There are breakthroughs because of it. Nox! 2-goal lead for Simplify. Yeah, I am right. They did make a job sub. Jessex actually left this one, so get a sub coming into this game. Maybe been the right decision for them. How they're playing right now, but still 2 minutes to go. We've seen HBE Zeus go on goal runs before, as NASA's gonna get them started here. A kickoff goal their way. And HBE Zeus, you can't count them out in the series. Onyx. Nox, Gojo. Nox still, it's off the back wall. NASA's gonna get there, but it is Krozek who's trying to win those challenges. Left only for Gojo. He's not gonna hit the net, and here goes Acronix. Up in the air. Straight down for HX2. I don't know if Chronic's got a piece of that one off the back wall. I think he did, though. And unfortunate for him, it goes straight to HX2. I don't think he got a piece, though. But it's a great pass. And Simplify would take a 2-goal lead because of it. As HBE Zeus trying to avoid anything to go to Game 5, but that just may be where we're heading. Krozek's on the clear. It's a free touch for him. But Cole unable to get anything. And Nox will clear this out as NASA. HX2 bumped. Hydra boosted esports. Gonna win on that offense as it'll be Nox in possession. Acronix is waiting on the back post. Simplify trying a bit of a passing option. Couple goals already. It's all off of nice simple passes. Nothing nearly direct on the passes for them. A lot of it's just been things that have fallen in their favor, where they can follow each other up. Not stuff where they are trying to follow each other up. Maybe that changes here! It absolutely does! Flicked up for Acronix. And surely for Simplify, that guarantees this series is going to Game 5. As Simplify up by 3 inside the final minute. I don't see any way HBE come back from this. Which means our series will have one more game in it. And the game to decide it all here as these teams have traded blows. If it's close, it's Zeus who seems to be the ones that can extend it. But for Simplify, they've always been able to score first. If they can just keep HBE Zeus from scoring early. Keep HBE Zeus from scoring first as well. And there doesn't seem to be too much stopping them from winning games. As time will eventually run out here, these teams are both playing for one more goal, although at this point I don't think either side really needs it. Although it will almost find its chance there. Although HBE Zeus are going to clear this out. Simplify. Gonna let this one float, maybe look for a shot as Acronix. The double tap attempt, he's just missed it. They won't mind. Simplify have taken Game 4. This series will have one more game in it. And this one is to determine who's gonna be the ones to win. Game 5 and Champions Field. And somebody has got to find that winner. Well, here we go. Game 5 of this best of 5 preseason matchup. Again, there's nothing on the line in these matches. But, what an exciting time for both these teams coming in this season. You know, this is the preseason, just a warm-up, a practice stage, I guess. But Game 5 nonetheless, it's a invaluable experience to learn what it's like to be on Champions Field. Under the lights of Champions Field, it's definitely no easy place to be standing. And now more than ever, Simplify really need to utilize the fact that they've been able to score first just about every single game in this series. For HBE Zeus, now is a time where they gotta flip the tables. This has been a series that has not been in their favor for the vast majority of it. Even the games that they've won, it's felt like Simplify has oftentimes still been the team that has been in front. So for HBE, and they turn things around in their favor. Well, it's not going to start with them losing the midfield, that's for sure. And this one, cleared back. Krozek will look for the clear. He's got to get another touch. Doesn't do that as Gojo, or Nolan, I should say. Able to 50 that one out of the net. As, we're having a bit of a lag spike here as Simplify. Still keeping that ball possession. HBE looking in front. NASA just missed the net. That was a great opportunity. And Simplify must have been petrified. They were not ready for it. As now he falls off the ceiling, HX2. Able to get the shot on it as Acronix wins the challenge. Acronix has been a lot more forthgoing on his offensive chances. It's been a much more carefree attitude. For how far back HBE Zeus want to play this one, it has exploited them well as HX2 takes goal one. Found the dunk, gets the power off of it. And does what he needs to do to get by HBE Zeus. One goal up. And Simplify. I've got to be in a pretty carefree attitude now. They've been able to score first just about every single game, if not literally every single game so far this series. Now it's all about being able to hold that lead and maybe possibly extend it even more. Zeus, it's all about being able to answer. They're doing a pretty good job at making things very awkward right now in front of that net, but Simplify will clear as HX2. Couple touches in front, now leaving this for Nox. Clear back by Krozek, Acronix, NASA. He's gonna shoot this one for free. Hitting the top of the nets, but unable to find the full power. And halfway through game 5. Hello, Retro. And it is HBE who need an answer as Nox cleared. NASA, HX2 waiting patiently. On Champions Field, Simplify holding that minuscule lead. Again, I can't imagine it's something that they exactly want to hold for long. They're going to want more. They're going to need a much bigger lead than just this. And that might be to do it! Off the bar! Pinched away by Krozek. Was resting on the line. It just didn't want to go in. And game 5 continues where Simplify still only up by 1. The Acronix clears. NASA doesn't reach this. Nolan gets back. And is Simplify. We want that chance. Near post. Gonna force it through his Nox. So it'll be Acronix. Free shots. No one must have saw him coming. And Simplify take a 2-goal lead as away from NASA. And yeah, no one saw Acronix moving. If they did, they would have surely challenged it earlier. And it is Simplify. Up by 2. With so little time to go, HBE Zeus are going to need quite the comeback late in game 5. It all starts with offense. Unfortunately for them, that offense won't last long as Acronix hits it off the ceiling. I don't think he's going to be happy with where that touch went. Because HBE Zeus can now go to offense. Krozek, demo, goal back the other way. And inside the final minutes, HBE, Hydra Boosted Esports, play this game their way. And maybe, just maybe, that's the goal they need. As NASA, Acronix to clear. Nox jumping for it, but it's HX2's ball. Unfortunately for them, it's now HBE who can go the other way. And this point for Simplify. They're just gonna play as defensively as they need to. Although here goes Nolan. Stopped by Acronix. Credited with a save as well on that one as HX2 clears. NASA bumped out. Acronix. Flip reset. Acronix leaves it for Nox. He goes to the back wall. Without boost, he cannot challenge. Simplify still has this one, but they will need it, and they'll take it with 14 seconds left. Is HX2 in the right place at the right time. Right in front for Acronix, no doubt about that ball, as it hits the net cleanly, and it is Simplify with a huge advantage, with almost no time to go. Game free, may have just secured this win. Nox will let that time tick away. Simplify will take this series in Game 5. For HBE Zeus, a fair battle, but it will not end with them winning here. Simplify off to a good start in their preseason, proving that they can be clutch when it matters. Got a little bit of a huddle in the middle of that field. What's happening over there? Well, what's happening is this ball's gonna hit the ground. And Simplify will win this match. In 5 games, they take the series. And will beat HBE Zeus in the preseason. Only match tonight, but found it to be quite fun. As it will be Simplify on a 3-2 series victory. Game 5 will end just like that, as we're pretty excited, and I'm pretty happy with how that went. Again, a nice little preseason. We rarely ever see TPES, so always fun to get to see that league on this stream. But for now, thank you all so much for joining the Spodius stream. Thank you so much for joining tonight. Good evening, everybody. We'll see you all tomorrow when more Rocket League actions return.